Hi, Sonia. Hi, Marek.
Hello, you are muted.
Hi, Sandra. Got you
Hello.
all. How are you all today?
Hot.
Yes, I know it's really hot. The weather has all of a sudden turned around, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes. Brilliant. So we can
Right.
begin. So you will need a strap and one block. So if you have them handy, that's great. If you need to go get them, then still got some time.
Hold on.
Fantastic. Oh, so you've got the cork ones. They look really good.
I do.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I've got plenty, so I really can't justify yet another purchase for my yoga lifestyle. But next time I'm thinking of upgrading, I'm definitely going to get the cork ones. Okay, so let's begin. So I gave blood today, so I will be doing a bit less.
Yeah.
So if I encourage you to, repeat something, I'm only going to do it once just to show you. You've been doing yoga for long enough, and we won't be doing anything, anything particularly new. So you will be fine without looking at what I'm doing per se. And this will only help you, hopefully, tune into your own practice and into your body, feeling it from, inside and trying to connect all the parts that like build postures together. And also, if we go through sun salutations, then I will encourage you just to flow with your breath or, focus on your spine. So you're going to go through 1 or 2 rounds together. Most of you should know sun salutations, and if not, hopefully the first 2 rounds will be a reminder, and then you can focus on the deeper experience. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to start lying on our backs, but if you feel like you're super energetic, want to stay sitting up, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so bring the soles of the feet together and open your knees out to the sides. So for Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly, you can bring the hands to your hips, to your torso, or clasp the opposite elbow and bring the arms over your head. Softly close your eyes and allow the body to settle. So feel your body as a whole. Just notice if you're holding on to any tension, if any parts need releasing. Keep breathing. So notice which physical aspect of your body is pulling your awareness and your attention. Is it a tight area? Or is it where your body comes in contact with the mat? So feel where your body comes in contact with the mat. Let go of the day, all of your experiences, and allow yourself to stay present right here, right now. So beginning to deeply connect with the inner experience, keeping the eyes closed, moving our awareness to the breath. So without trying to change anything, simply follow the inflow and outflow of your breath. At any time, if you get distracted by thoughts, sensations, or noises, gently escort your attention back to the breath. So it's not about always succeeding, as to speak, and being in the zone or in the flow, but about expanding your awareness so that you can catch this moment where you realize that your mind has drifted, that you've started going over your shopping list or the plans for the weekend. And this is when you have this moment of compassion to yourself, that you remind yourself that it's okay to start again. So now bring the hands, so one on your belly, the other one on your heart space or your solar plexus, and start breathing deeply into your belly. So first you want to feel the area of your belly button rise up, followed by the middle of your chest, and then feel the collarbones lift. So your breath travels like a wave into the belly, middle of your chest, your upper chest, and then you release. So stay breathing this way. Two more rounds of breath this way. And then allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel your physical body, perhaps some gentle tugging and pulling around your hips. So this area might be pulling your attention a bit more than the rest of your body. Just one more time, feel as your body is pressing down into the mat. Bring the arms by the sides of your body and very gently press your hands down. So press your entire body into the earth, feeling that grounding connection, reminding yourself that you're deeply rooted and secure. And then open your eyes and bring the knees up towards your chest. So hug the knees in and begin drawing the lower belly in so that you engage the deep core muscles, supporting the release in your lower back. If you want to, you can give your knees a bit more of a squeeze, allowing the tailbone to lift off the mat. So holding just for now onto the connection to the earth. Begin to draw the knees out to the side, drawing big circles. So we're staying connected to the earth, but moving fluidly, inviting some fresh energy to the hips and the groins, the pelvic area. Keep drawing the navel closer to the spine. So move slowly and feel what's happening in your hips. Then switch direction. So trying to keep the movement as fluid as possible to tap into the creative energy within us. So any fluid movement helps you kind of activate it to get you in the flow. So what creative project are you working on? Or what creative solution are you in need of right now? Stay with your breath, so deep inhalations and slow exhalations. Then come to the center and grab your strap. So you're gonna bring the right leg, right foot up, bring the strap over the ball of the foot, and start with your left leg bent, just to feel how your hips are. So you hold each end of the strap with both hands, and allow the thigh bone to settle deeper into the socket, pushing the heel into the ceiling or towards the sky. So feel the back of your leg. Keep your lower belly engaged, pressing your lower back into the mat. And then if it feels good, extend your left leg out so it's straight, it's firm, pressing the back of the left leg into the mat. Breathe deeply and slowly. So whenever you hold your breath or keep it shallow, then it only facilitates more of the tensing in the body. So if your body ever tenses in your practice, then you use your breath to tell it that everything's okay, that your body can relax. So now grab both ends of the strap with the right hand and begin to open the leg out to the sides. So as long as the left hip is down, go as far out to the right with the leg as it feels comfortable, or as it feels that you can stay keeping your breath deep and long. Soften your face, relax your jaw, and imagine the muscles and the tissues in the inner right thigh lengthening. Tension is being released as you exhale. And as you inhale, bring the leg to the center, grab the strap with the left hand and bring the leg over the body. So for now, you want the hip to stay low, so it's still down on the mat, so you feel the stretch through the IT band and the outer part of the hip. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on, but you probably can feel you can probably feel it. So with the belly engaged, stay here. And with the next exhalation, you can bring the right hip off the mat and you twist all the way. So if the leg wants to go all the way down, it can. So you're coming more into a spinal twist. But stay where it feels right, stay where it feels appropriate. So if your lower back is a bit aggravated, it might not feel nice to go all the way into the twist. But if you feel like you need to release the outer right leg, then staying up is probably where you want to be. The next inhale, bring yourself back to the center. And one more time, grab the strap with both hands and very gently pull the leg towards you. So like in any forward folds, you want to fold at the hip. So feeling the fold in the pelvic cavity, and notice if anything has changed. So if you can bring the leg a bit further, like closer to you, or if it feels better a bit further away. Then bend your right leg, release the strap, and let's do the other side. So we're starting with the right leg bent, stretching the left leg out and push through the right heel. So that little element really changes a lot. So make sure that your both shoulders are down And either stay here or extend the right leg out, keeping some engagement through that leg. Notice how it feels on this side, or what thoughts are going through your head if things are indeed different. Now grab both ends of the strap with your left hand and keeping the right hip down, so you can bring the right hand on top of the right hip. Begin to open the leg out to the sides. So keep the leg straight as much as you can. Use your abdominal muscles to keep the energy in the center of your body, so you're not just like flopping out to the sides. And as you next inhale, bring the leg back to the center, we go the other way. So for now, only go by like 45 degrees. So you can really feel it on the outer left hip and all the way to the knee. So that's where the infamous IT band is. That's notoriously tight. But to be fair, that's its job, to keep everything in place. And staying connected to your breath. Notice its effect on your nervous system. Notice already if anything has shifted from the beginning of the practice. And then either stay here if you want to. You can roll over for a spinal twist. And with the next inhalation, bring yourself back to the center. And just one more time, hold each end of the strap and very gently pull the leg towards you. So see if you've managed to create any space with patience, with time, and with your breath. Then gently bend the leg, release the strap, and roll yourself up into a comfortable seat. So we're gonna do some seated cat-cow. So bring the hands onto your knees, and as you inhale, drag your chest forward, roll the shoulders down and squeeze the shoulder blades. You can look up so you feel the stretch for the entirety of your front body. And then as you exhale, roll the spine back, bringing the chin towards your chest. So work with your breath as you inhale, shift forward. Exhale, round your back. So inhale, come forward, visualize the work your spine is doing. And then exhale, come into cat. So inhale, find the extension of your spine. And as you exhale, encourage as much flexion, squeezing your belly. So 3 more times following your own breath. Trying to connect to each part of the spine, bringing some fresh energy to the vertebra and the discs between them. So really lubricating our backbone. Then come to the center, and then we're gonna begin torso rolls. So stay rooted through the hips, so you don't want to have your hips lifting, but you use the spine and your core to facilitate these rolls. So you can add your shoulders here if that feels good, perhaps some head rolls. But as you inhale, you bring the chest forward, and as you exhale through cat, tuck your chin and shift forward. So one more time this way. Feel free to close your eyes. And then we switch direction. So keeping the movement fluid, staying connected to the earth. So we're building up through the chakras. So cleansing and activating them. And then come to the center. So shift over onto all fours. Press down through the fingertips, through the knees. Squeeze your belly and find neutral spine. So then press down through the left hand, and as you inhale, bring the right arm up. So opening through the chest, and as you exhale, thread the arm through as far through as you can, but let the arm hover above the mat. Then as you inhale, you push back, right arm goes all the way up. And exhale, thread it and hover. One more time. Inhale, find openness and fluidity. And as you exhale, thread it through, and this time let it rest on the mat. So bring the side of your head down, slide your hips to the right, keep your belly squeezed in, and think where you feel actually without thinking what's happening in your back, in your spine. The next inhalation, bring yourself back to the center. We go the other way. So inhale, left arm goes up, so like a big wing. Exhale, scoop as much air as you can as you thread it through and hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, thread and hover. Inhale, rise. And exhale, bring it through. Drop your head down. Slide your hips to the left. Breathe into the back of your heart. Allow the shoulder to stretch. And as you next inhale, come back to the center. So we're gonna go through a little flow here that we're gonna build onto. So as you inhale, you rise up onto your knees, sweeping the arms over the head. And then as you exhale, squeeze your belly and super slowly transition down, bringing the arms behind you. Drop the head as low as it wants to go. So inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. So inhale, come up and try to find as much length through the spine as you reach up, squeezing your belly. Exhale, bring it down. So inhale, come up, and here you can start coming into very gentle back bend. So keeping the belly squeezed in, you want to lift your sternum up. So roll through the shoulders down, and then as you exhale, bring it back down. So see which is better for you. So 3 more times. Inhale, rise. Find as much length, and then lift your chest up. Exhale, bring it down. So twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So then bring the hands in front of you, slide back for child's pose. So just for now, keep the knees together and squeeze the thighs. Squeeze your glutes and try to tuck your tailbone under. So even if there's not much happening, the intention will be enough. So we keep the knees together to encourage more of a flexion in the spine, just relaxing, lengthening through the back. And also, as we apply some pressure on the stomach, that can boost your metabolism and increase your energy levels. So then extend your arms out, and there are options. So as you inhale, you can slide your chest down. As you push up to cobra, and then exhale through cat, you slide back for child's pose. The other option is that you inhale as you shift into cobra, exhale pushing the mat away, you move back into child's pose. So see what you would like to work on and work with your breath. So as you inhale, you shift forward, squeeze the elbows to the side of the body, roll the shoulders down to open through the chest. So as we work on back bends, we want to undo all of the bad habits of slouching in front of computer, books, phones, the usual stuff. But also on an energetic level, we want to remove the protective layers that we have covered our spiritual heart center with. So whether you believe in this stuff or not, I do think that we all sometimes hold grudges, or we remember on a deeper level things that people have done in the past that hurt us. So in yoga, when we go through back bends, also known as heart openers, we try to undo this. So we open the heart to the world so we can receive and give more love, joy, kindness, that kind of thing. So go through one more round. And bring yourself back into child's pose. But this time keep the knees as wide as your mat. So you can drop the chest all the way down. Keep your belly engaged. And feel the weight of your chest pressing down. Or hanging, to be fair. And then you can either stay here, or we're going to come into puppy pose, also known as the melting heart pose. So bring the knees together, hips are over the knees, and you extend the arms out, and then you drop the chest down. So gently pressing down through the hands, we mobilize the shoulders, and stay there, breathing deeply into the back of your heart, into the sides of your body. And with each exhalation, imagine those protective layers that you have built leaving your body. So, it's okay to be angry, to be upset, etc. But when we hold on to these things, those are the layers that don't serve us. Because if we hold on to the bad things and we cover the heart, it's like we're closing the door to the good things. So 2 more rounds of breath. And then bring yourself up. So shift you onto your back. So much lying down today. Lucky for you. So feet are hip distance apart, so close that you can just about graze the back of your heels. Grab your block and place it between the thighs, so anywhere it feels comfortable. So that will help you remember to internally rotate the thighs in. So as though you're squeezing the legs together, even if you don't have a block. So arms are by your sides, and as you inhale, press down through the balls of your feet as you shift the hips up. So keep squeezing the block. Push them through the base of the big toes. Try to relax your glutes, but keep your belly engaged. Breathe into your chest. Press down through the arms. The Setu Baddha Sharvangasana, or the bridge pose. Probably rolls off the tongue more easily. Then if you want to, you can transfer your arms over your head and see if you can lift your hips up just a little bit more. So don't look at the screen, just follow my voice. So squeeze your legs, keep shifting the hips higher. Note all the sensations that are coming up and allow them to be so. So 2 more rounds of breath here. And as you next exhale, bring the hips down, but keep the arms exactly as they are. So slightly different to what we normally do. And pause here. Breathe into your chest. You can remove the block if you want to, but if you like that extra engagement and reminder of what's happening, you can keep it there. Bring the arms by the sides of your body. Prepare. And with the next inhalation, shift the hips up. Now you can interlace the fingers and walk the shoulders in to deepen the extension of the spine. So you're opening up through the chest more deeply and more fully to manifest that you are indeed ready to let go of all the things that weighed you down. Remember, all that we do here is to give ourselves more love and remind ourselves that we are kind and compassionate. So keep squeezing the thighs together. Allow your bum, your hips to burn. Keep your heart open and your breath calm and steady. As you next exhale, release the hands. Slowly bring the hips down and pause. Deep breath in and out. So now we're going to go through flowing bridges. So synchronizing the movement with the breath. As you inhale, shift the hips up and bring the arms up and over your head. Squeeze the knees together. Exhale, slowly travel all the way down. So inhale, simultaneously hips and arms go up. And exhale, placing one vertebra down at a time. Breath in, peel your spine off the mat. And exhale, bring it down. So go with your own breath 3 more times. You can move slowly or quite fast, as long as you focus on linking the movement with the breath. So move for the whole duration of both inhalation and exhalation. Allow the breath to expand your chest, and allow the breath to create space in your mind. And then after 3 times, bring the knees towards your chest and roll yourself up and down 3 times. So very gently engaging your core as you come up to find balance maybe on your sit bones, and then bring it down. And on the 3rd time we stay here. So keeping the spine long, roll the shoulders back and down, that's it. Draw your navel closer to the spine. So fire through the Manipura chakra. So it's the solar plexus chakra, the 3rd one. That is the center of your willpower. And what else doesn't manifest, doesn't symbolize the willpower other than that fire in your belly when you feel motivated and engaged? So then bring the shins parallel to the mat, and you can hold underneath the knees, extend your arms out. So find what's right for you. Keep the shins parallel. Stay with your breath. Let the fire burn. Just one more breath in and out. So cross your legs and transition onto all fours. So hands underneath the shoulders. Extend your right leg out. So check that the right hip is down. Extend through the left arm if it feels appropriate today. So strong energy line. Spread your toes, spread your fingertips, keep your belly engaged. And then bend your right leg, grab hold of the top of the foot and kick the foot into the hand. So coming into gentle back bend. And then release. Doing the other side. So left leg out, drop the hip, lift through the inner left thigh and extend your right arm. Now bend your left leg, grab hold of the top of the foot and open up. So roll the right shoulder away from the chest. Keep pressing down through the left hand and the fingertips. And then gently release. Keep the knees as wide as your mat and slide back for child's pose. Reaching your fingertips as far away from your body as you can, so that you feel a gentle stretch around the shoulder blades. Breathe into the back of your heart. And exhale, let it go. As you inhale, come back to tabletop and step your right foot through between the hands for low lunge. So inhale, come up. And as you exhale, sink your hips down. So engage your left glute and allow yourself to settle here. Your belly is engaged, spine is long. And as you inhale, bring the arms over the head. Exhale, draw a big circle, releasing through the shoulders. So twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So bring the hands onto your knee and slide your hips a little bit lower. So you want to feel something happening in the front of the left hip. Roll the shoulders down, and perhaps you want to bring the arms over the head, palms together, and lift your sternum up. So we're lifting the breastbone towards the sky, keeping the engagement through the belly, long spine. Coming into our back bend. Inhale back to the center and exhale, step back into tabletop. Then bring the left foot through and inhale, easy come up. So make sure that the left knee is over the ankle, that you feel a stretch through the front of the hip. Your navel is tucked in. And this time we go the other way. So if we were doing circles out, we're doing circles in. So inhale, bring the arms behind you. And exhale, bring them through. So twice more, follow your own breath and feel the action happening in the shoulder blades. So one more time. Rest your hands on your knees. Slide your hips further down. Connect to your inner hip, to your core. And then bring the hands down. Slide back for child's pose. Knees wide. Drop the chest down. So notice how your hips are feeling now. Notice the body heat, perhaps the temperature of the air on your skin. And then as you inhale, lift up halfway, tuck your toes under, exhale, push back into downward facing dog. So pedal your feet or spin on them from side to side, whatever feels right, whatever feels like you're giving yourself some love, compassion, and stay with your breath. So settle in your downward dog, lifting the hips high up, spreading the shoulder blades apart. And as you inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale, forward fold. So bend your legs as much as you need to bring your lower ribs to touch the top of your thighs. Allow your arms to hang. Shake your head. Yes, yes. No, no. And perhaps you want to sashay your hips from side to side. So dragging your arms across the mat. Draw your navel closer to the spine. And allow the weight of your body stretch the spine. Loosen through your back. Then come to the center, and if it's comfortable, grab hold of the back of your legs, so you can fold just a little bit deeper. So bring the chin to your heart. It's like you're giving yourself like a weird hug. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, release the arms. The next inhalation, lift up halfway. So fingertips down or hands on shins. Exhale, fold. So twice more like this. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands at your heart, straighten your legs, and as you inhale, lift up all the way to Tadasana. Exhale, bring the hands by the sides of your body. So close your eyes, roll the shoulders back and down, and feel the energy of your pose. Feel the prana in your body, so the vital energy that is often linked to our breath. And allow yourself to be. So what can you see with your eyes closed? What can you feel in your body? So pressing down strongly with the feet. Still finding movement in a seemingly static pose. Feeling the body heat. And then also having an open heart. Because having an open heart is a courageous act. And softly open your eyes and step to the front of your mat. So I'll do 1 or 2 sun salutations with you, and then I'll encourage you what to focus on, and you can flow with your own breath to tune into the deeper experience. So we start in Tadasana, hands by the sides of your body, and inhale, sweep your arms over the head. Exhale, come into forward fold, hinging at the hips. And inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your legs, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll over into plank. Knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga of your choice. Hands by low ribs. Inhale up to cobra, open through the chest, shoulders are down, so away from your ears. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog, whichever way you like. Then inhale, step through to your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to extended mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to Tadasana. So now I'll cue the poses, but you'll just go on your own. So inhale into extended mountain pose. Arms over the head. Exhale, hinging at the hips, come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands on shins. Exhale, bend the legs, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll over into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, step your feet to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, sweeping your arms over your head. Exhale, back to Tadasana. So if you know sun salutations, you can go on your own and focus on the movements of your spine, because sun salutation is constant change from extension to flexion in your spine. So try keeping your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer, to focus on the work that's happening in your backbone. If you want me to go with me as I cue, it's perfectly fine. So come to the top of the mat, find your Tadasana. So press down through the feet, finding that deep engagement in the core. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head into extended mountain pose. Exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, decompressing the spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into down dog. Inhale, roll over into plank. Keep your belly engaged. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Keep the shoulders down, chest open. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, step your feet to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise up all the way. Okay, so grab your strap. We're gonna come into the queen of the poses. It's called Natarajasana, or Lord of the Dance pose. So make a tiny hoop with your strap, so that will be where your foot goes. So Lord of the Dance pose is meant to be the ecstatic expression of the dance of life. So it's having an open heart and having, the courage and will to live the fullest life that you can is the most brave or courageous act that you can do. So living your life to the fullest amidst all the ups and downs and challenges and hurdles is meant to be the representation of the life that we should all be living. So the pose is quite challenging on its own, because it's a balance and it's a back bend, and it's quite hot as well, so that's probably not helping. So first of all, we're going to shift the weight onto the left foot, and bring the little lasso over the right foot. So you've got the strap like over your shoulder, so like this. And then pressing down through the standing leg, begin to bend the right leg. So just for now, we're trying to find balance, keeping the core engaged. So roll the shoulders back and down, and begin to bring the legs over your head, holding onto the strap. Okay? So then you begin to walk the hands closer to the foot, and it doesn't matter how far you go, but that you hold onto the strap. Okay, so this might be enough, or if you want to, keeping the core firm, you begin to tilt your weight forward, lifting the back foot, lifting through the inner right thigh, keeping the chest super open, your head is lifted. Stay with your breath. So you see, you need to find strength, you need to find balance to dance the dance of life. And also try to have fun with it. So stay here breathing. Perhaps you can walk your hands a bit further towards the foot. And then gently slide the strap through the hands to come into standing. So shake your legs out. And let's see how the other side feels. Okay. So put the strap over the foot. So bring it over the shoulder so it's like you've got a backpack. And transfer your weight onto the right foot. So spread your toes wide. Try to lift the arch of the back foot so like it works like a suction pad. Okay, and then we begin to bend the left leg slowly, keeping the engagement through the core. Set your drishti, your focal point, at a still point in front of you or somewhere on the floor. Find engagement through the core and settle. If you're happy here, then stay, or you can begin to lift the leg and open through the chest a little bit more. Stay with your breath. Let the drishti settle you. Squeeze your core and then gently release the foot. Shaking the legs out. Because sometimes feel like if you try to open up through the front of the body, then all of a sudden you need to also just let it all go. So calm down onto your knees. Keep the knees together and close your eyes. If you want an extra challenge, you can come into toe squat, making sure that the pinkies are down. You don't have to. So with your eyes closed, bring one of your hands into your heart, the other one on your belly, and breathe deeply. So relaxing through the belly, feel it press against your hand. Feel the expansiveness of your heart. Feel the prana and the free-flowing energy riding through the body, just floating. Feel all the energy through the spine. And trying to stay focused on the inner experience. Can you tune to the energy around your body? How does it feel now compared to the beginning of the practice? Has anything changed, shifted? You know, for the better or worse, it's just an observation. And then bring the hand from your belly on top of the one that's on your heart and tune into your heartbeat. As you become quiet, you might be able to hear the whispers underneath your heartbeat. Maybe able to enter the place that's always quiet, where love resides, where everything is always fine. And as a gesture of manifestation, that we're open and to symbolize and embody all the work that we've put into this practice, open your arms out to the sides to show the world that you are open, keeping your eyes closed. Feel the energy that you're giving out to the world. Are you giving that energy, also receiving it? Let it feel good. And then slowly transition onto your back. You can cross your right leg over the left and come into gentle spinal twist, so drop the legs to the left. Begin to let go of the practice. The next breath in, come back to the center, swap the cross of the legs, and go the other way. Notice how your spine is feeling. The second time we're in a spinal twist. And as you next breathe in, come back to the center. Extend your arms and legs out for final Shavasana. Take a really deep breath in and sigh it out through the mouth. As much sound as you want to, letting go of the practice. So twice more. Deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Allow the weight of your body settle on the mat. Keeping your inner gaze at the spot between your eyebrows, the third eye chakra, the center of intuition. Your inner knowing. So when you try to follow your heart, go with your instincts, then you're always on the right path. So when you feel grounded, feel creative, strong, kind, authentic, then you can stay on that path and you know that you will always be content. And contentment, or santosha in yoga, teaches us to always be okay with how we are. So it's not about being complacent, but the constant longing for what we don't have may lead you, or will likely lead you, to a place where you will suffer. So work hard and be humble, but amidst all of it, always try to find contentment being exactly where you are. So knowing you are enough can help you find that contentment. Start bringing your awareness back into your physical body, the room. Roll over onto one side when you're ready. You can draw the knees towards your chest. Just slowly bring some energy into your body as you transition into a comfortable seat. I have asked to unmute you for the final chant, so if you'd like to be heard, then if you accept that, you can stay muted. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So close your eyes just for a moment and bring the hands at your heart. So feel the openness and expansiveness that you've created, so you can be authentic and speak your truth. So be kind to others and receive kindness. And gently bow your head, thanking your body for all the wonderful things it does, thanking yourself for your practice. And then let's close the practice with one round of Om. So deep inhale. Just for a moment, bathe in the vibrations of the universal sound, feeling the union between your body, mind and spirit, and connected to people you have practiced with and everyone else in the world. Now softly open your eyes. Thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.
I hope that the practice served you and you're feeling alright. Let me know what you would like to practice here. If there are any poses, meditation and stuff like that, then I'm always happy to include them. Obviously, I'm here for you. This Saturday's practice outdoors, it's 10 to 11, and I think I'm going to keep it this way, apart from next week. And apparently the weather's meant to be nice, so if you fancy practice with me and other fellow yogis, then you can book when, so you already know how to do it. And yeah, if you have any questions, then let me know. Okay.
Sorry. I have one question.
Yes.
When you do the hip bridge and you're holding that block,
Yes.
does your feet have to be flat, or do you have to raise your toes?
No, you leave them flat on the mat because then you can press down through the base of your, through the ball of the foot, and then you encourage deeper flexion. I mean, you can do that too, because then you will get to, so from you're here, and then when you walk your feet, and then you stay on the balls of your feet, so you can rest your hips onto your hands. So that's a much deeper version But if you're here, you have to squeeze your glutes, whereas here, you can just use your hamstrings to bring
Okay.
the hips up. So you need to know what you want from your bridge, essentially. So,
Yeah. I'll try the lower one, others the block might fall.
oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, just the block is a nice reminder to engage through the inner thighs and, to facilitate the rolling of them in to
Yeah.
release any tension in the sacrum. Because if we splay the legs out, that creates tension in the lower back. But if we roll them in, then the spine and the lower back is neutral.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, so hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for the practice again, and I
Thank
will
you
see
too.
you on Saturday or Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All right, excellent.
Right.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.